Okay. Okay. So, I know we represented you last year. So can you tell me what was going on in your life before you came to us?
Yeah, well, a lot was going on. Well, my husband became disabled. It was an unexpected health issue, so he became unemployed. And at the same time, I also became unemployed. I was let go from a nonprofit agency I was working for. So I was working part-time as a substitute teacher, which was helping, supplement our income.
Right.
But we really fell behind on our bills as a result of that ordeal.
It says it's you, your husband,
And 3 kids.
3 kids.
Yeah.
How old are your kids?
Whitney's turning 21, Otha is 8, Jason is 3. So, it worked out on one hand because my husband was able to stay home with the baby. So we were able to kind of help eliminate some of the childcare costs. But that was also hard on him because he was going through occupational therapy, rehabilitation, watching a toddler.
Yeah.
So it was a little rocky.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of days that I had to stay home that I couldn't go to work for that reason, just to help him out. Or he'd be sick or vice versa. So we'd kind of have to trade off. But ultimately, with little to no income, we fell behind on our mortgage, our taxes rather. So, that's really what brought me here, was just the fallout from 2 years of unemployment, essentially not being able to pay the taxes on our house.
So how did you find out that you were behind on your taxes?
Well, obviously we knew, by the second year, we knew we were 2 years behind at that point. And then we weren't really getting enough money from our tax returns to pay those bills. We could only pay like school tuition and other things that we were also behind on, utilities, insurances, car notes, it was really compounding. But we received a foreclosure notice. First notice, then second notice was we're going to court to save our home.
So when you were behind and you were getting all of those notices from your different creditors, what was that feeling like?
It's disheartening because you can't sleep. You have that one level of security and that's your home. And then now it's being threatened to be taken away from you. So it was really hard to sleep. And it was very stressful on everyone. As much as we try to keep our finances and things that we're going through on an adult level away from the kids, it was hard not to let our stress sort of translate into the home. So it was rocky, it was difficult.
Okay. So how did you end up with VLP? How did you end up at our offices? How did you find out about us?
Well, I believe that it was a referral from downtown, from City Hall, to see you guys. And it only made sense. And I had also heard about you guys long before, offering services to people for free. And obviously that was the only thing we could do at the time. So I immediately reached out before it was too late. There was a part of me that had that pride aspect where I thought, we can do this, we'll consult family, we'll try to do it all on our own, and it just wasn't happening. So I'm just happy that we did contact you guys and I was able to meet the deadlines, because that was also another concern, that I didn't reach out quite soon enough. So it was a blessing in the end.
So how were you feeling when you were on the way to meet with me for the first time?
Well, a little bit nervous, a little bit embarrassed, not really sure, what factors you guys would take into consideration as, a legitimate reason as to why we were behind on our taxes. Not knowing, the level of professionalism, like how I would be treated, if I would be treated fairly or not. So there was some sort of questions I had about the process initially.
And how did you feel after our first meeting?
Well, obviously I felt ecstatic. I literally went home and was just hugging my husband, and we were just so thankful. Almost in tears, because it's just such a huge weight lifted off, and then something that we didn't have to pay for either. And it was us getting treated as if we were paying for the service. So it felt great.
Thank you. So before you came to us to get our services, did you have any interactions with City Hall or with your other, trying to handle this on your own?
Yeah, of course. I mean, we did call downtown, we spoke to the tax office. At that point, as far as rears as we were, there was very little they could do. At one point, they did try to offer us a payment arrangement, but the payment arrangement was just, it was not doable in terms of the amount of money they needed down in 2 monthly payments. It just wasn't gonna be possible. So at that point, that's when we got a little bit nervous.
So were you looking anywhere else for help before you came to us?
No, I hadn't gone anywhere but directly to the tax office, and you were my first phone call.
And before all this happened, before you guys got into this situation, did you know that there were free legal services available in the community?
Again, I had heard about Volunteers Lawyers Project through the community. I had heard about your services through a coworker of mine years ago, in just passing, that there were these opportunities for people that didn't have money for legal services. But it wasn't until we experienced our tax problems that I realized that I could too reach out, and that you guys were providing free legal services.
Did you learn anything new about your rights or the law through your involvement with VLP?
Well, yeah, I mean, I learned that it definitely behooved us to have an attorney, because there would have been a lot more, I think, compounded on us had we not. I think having an attorney helped the process all the way around, from start to finish.
And how do you think our services helped change your situation or your family life? Immensely. I mean, we now only have to commit to a monthly payment that's affordable for us, that, Gretchen had talked to me about ahead of time to make sure it was something that was doable, and based on our financial situation. And so yeah, it was an amazing feeling after it was all said and done. Would you use VLP services again?
Absolutely. For everything if I could.
If you were going to talk to somebody else about our services, what would you say?
Professional, amazing. Do it, don't hesitate, reach out.
And so how do you think we should get the word out to our new clients, to people in similar situations that need services?
I think it'd be important to do some kind of marketing, whether it be a commercial or maybe brochures, something coming in the mail, because I think a lot of people don't know that these services are provided. And also, our financial situation doesn't necessarily mean that, we are poor. It just means that, we happen to be like many middle-class Americans who just could never afford an attorney otherwise. It's just not in our budget. So it is important for the community to know that you guys are available and that you're out there to help.
Great. Well, thank you so much for agreeing to do this. I appreciate it.
Welcome.
Is there anything else you want to say before we finish?
No, just thank you for everything. I really appreciate it. We'll be in touch if we have to be. Now, are you just specific to like one area? Like, so is there an attorney for every area?
My area is tax foreclosure,
Okay.
but we have attorneys that do family law, we
Yeah.
do unemployment benefits,
Right.
we do, if you have trouble with the IRS, we do cases in controversy with the IRS.
Oh, okay, great.
We do divorce, bankruptcy, we do wills, we have a whole immigration project.
Oh, wow, okay.
And we do some tort defense, so that's
Okay.
and a lot of different things that I'm probably forgetting right
Yeah.
now.
No, that's awesome. Okay,
But if
great.
you have any
Yeah,
other
of course,
issues.
if I myself or if I know anyone, I'm certainly.
You can always
refer
call me
them.
directly and
Yeah.
I'll get you whoever you need to
Okay,
get to.
great.
Okay. Thank you.
I hope this works out for you guys.
I hope so too.